Fine, and today I'm here to discuss a critical component of global trade and investment that impacts national worldview is ISDS. Actually, this mechanism has profound implications for both foreign investors and host countries, raising complex questions like legal rights and national autonomy. ISDS was created to protect foreign investors from unfair treatment by host countries' legal systems, providing a neutral arbitration process. It ensures that investors receive fair treatment under international law, safeguarding their investments against biased or unjust local court decisions. On one hand, the ISDS mechanism does indeed provide foreign investors with a way to resolve disputes that doesn't rely on the host country's domestic courts, but actually in practice, the mechanism has significant shortcomings in achieving fairness and enhancing the transparency. For instance, the case of the Gabor Resources vs. Romania highlights how powerful corporations use ISDS to challenge national legal decisions aimed at stopping environmental harmful projects, such as the toxic gold mine in Romania. And Gabor Resources sought 4.4 billion in damages, nearly 3% of Romania's GDP, underscoring the immense financial pressure these claims can impose on nations. The current ISDS mechanism which also uses explicit or essential rules. The substantial criticism of ISDS from various civil societies and non-government organizations highlights a broad consensus on its limitations and the need of reform. The European Union's initiative to establish two centralized ISDS courts aims to inject fairness and transparency. However, these initiatives have also faced opposition, particularly from the US, showing a profound conflict of interest at the intersection of law, international relationships, and global commerce. In these numerous claims from foreign investors, it's apparent that the balance has been disrupted, as national regulation powers are increasingly under pressure from ISDS claims. For example, the Canadian mining company Eco-Oro sued Colombia for $764 million in damages after the country's constitutional court prohibited mining operations in a dedicated ecosystem that supplies drinking water to millions of Colombians. I have reviewed significant and representative ISDS cases, which is from 2015. These cases demonstrate the broad scope and substantial financial impact of ISDS claims globally. By 2018, there are nearly 1,000 non-ISDS cases, with governments being sued for a total exceeding $623 billion. This amount accounted for 19% for all foreign direct investment inflows to developing countries that year. Additionally, the total amount audited agreed to be paid in publicly disclosed ISDS awards and settlements reached $88 billion, equivalent to the total foreign direct investment received by developed economies. As of December 31, 2023, the number of ISDS arbitration has reached 1,332. The increase in ISDS cases reflects growing global demand and controversy over the global mechanism. As more countries and businesses utilize ISDS and resolve transnational investment disputes, we can anticipate that not only will the number of arbitration cases continue to grow, but also the amount involved, the complexity of cases will increase. For smaller economies in developing countries, the substantial compensations and legal fees not only deplete national financial resources, but also threaten the ability to implement important public policies. This situation exacerbates global inequality, as companies from developed countries may use ISDS mechanism to pressure weaker nations to protect their investment interests, Truth, I personally believe that ISDS is a legal way for developed countries to extract robust resources from developing countries. The expansion of definitions regarding investment within IIAS reflects a clear bias towards protecting investors. These changes not only empower investors to challenge host government policies, but may also infringe upon the government's ability to regulate in the public interest. Particularly, the broad interpretation of indirect exploitation poses a threat to national regulatory autonomy, especially in politically sensitive and crucial areas such as health, environment, and public safety. Many modern IIAS prohibit performance requirements, representing a significant imbalance in global economic policies. These restrictions often prevent nations from implementing policies that could benefit their economic and social environment. However, these economically powerful countries now advocate prohibiting such measures in developing countries under the guise of promoting trade and investment. Of course, IIAS are not entirely ineffective. In 2011, Philip Morris sued the Australian government over its plain packaging law for cigarettes, claiming it constituted a direct expropriation of its trademarks. Finally, the claim was dismissed under the BIT framework between Hong Kong and Australia, ruling that Philip Morris claims constitute an abuse of process. Despite the increasing number of investment agreements containing strengthened provisions that favor investors, there is a growing call for reforms to prioritize more equality and sustainable investment practice. I draw a picture as my reflection conclusion. In this semester, I have learned a lot, especially the imbalance between the developing countries and developed countries. The balance is always skewed in favor of developed countries, including the overwhelming potential compensations and legal costs, pose serious challenges to the economic stability of smaller and developing countries. Moreover, the lack of transparency and the difficulty in reforming ISDS mechanisms suggest a pressing need for a more balanced approach that respects both the rights of the investors and host nations. As I have seen, reforms are necessary not only to make process more equality and transparent, but also to ensure that it doesn't inhibit a nation's ability to govern in the public interests, especially in sensitive areas like healthy and environmental protection. It is references list. Thanks for listening.